It's a new day here in the land of Mercedes-Benz. Today I'm in Elbasan. Elbasan, famous for its one castle. So far, I like it. I am struggling in this heat though. It's 32 degrees Celsius. So in American that means it's very hot. I've already gone out this morning, met up with a friend, and now is the afternoon to myself. So, due to this hot weather, there's only one thing to do. That's walk, I think 30 minutes to a river. Now I'm hoping, and when I say I've done research, I say I've Googled imaged it, but the water of this river looks very, I want to say clean. So I'm gonna go do it. Might take me half an hour to get there. Bottle of water at the ready, wearing my unlucky t-shirt, and yeah, let's see if we can make an adventure out of this. So we're gonna look for this water. Look at the view. Albania, beautiful country. And I shall hopefully be seeing more and more of it, and I'll report back when I see it to let you know if it's worth visiting. So one thing you need to know about Albania is that most of the men here are very forward. They will just come up to you, ask you questions. If you're a blonde female, they'll probably ask for your Instagram or your phone number. But every day I've been here, I just get, where are you from? And so you explain where you're from. It's like some sort of excitement, or I don't know. They like it when someone speaks English or a foreign language. It's like I suppose so is excited when someone foreign comes to your country. But if you ever visit, you probably will get people coming up to you and just asking you questions, being very curious about you. So it's not so bad as a male. Maybe as a female could be a bit more annoying, but I'm not a female that I'm aware of. So, and even if I did change my gender, I wouldn't be so successful as some of the other ladies. Well, whilst I'm walking down this lane, which I hope goes towards the river, otherwise I'm gonna get lost, I thought I'd share with you a couple of things that I've learned here in Albania. So I forgot to mention when I was going on a rant about Hoxha in Tirana. So I met someone and I asked him. So he was alive when Hoxha was born. He was 12 years old. And I asked him what was it like, and he said, "Oh, when Hoxha died, I cried for 7 days. I think all of Albania was in mourning for those 7 days." And I thought, that's weird. But so I asked him, at what point did you realize that maybe Hoxha wasn't all he cracked up to be? And he said pretty much when communism ended in the early 90s. So funny to look at now, but maybe at the time it's easy to understand why people in North Korea are the way they are, because they know what they know, they believe what they believe, or they believe what they're forced to believe. And so we could see history repeat itself. And then the other cool thing, I bought an ice cream from a park yesterday for 20 lek. Now that's 14 pence for everyone who lives in the UK. 14 pence for an ice cream. It's probably the cheapest ice cream I ever bought in my life. I suspect I know why it's so cheap. It's because it was like a mix of all sorts of leftovers. So vanilla, chocolate, or whatever else was in that mix. But for 14 pence, I didn't exactly complain. Alright, now we're gonna cross a busy road. I'm still trying to figure out how the roads work here. It's just cross, walk with confidence, commit, and hope for the best. But we're getting closer. Can you see the view? It's pretty nice. So, where the heck I'm going, I don't know. I'll report back in 2 minutes. So, I think I'm about 10 more minutes away. I'm starting to get closer to the mountains now. We're getting more and more beautiful. The sun is also getting hotter and hotter on my back. And just like that dog there, I wish I was in some shade. But there is no shade here. But you're probably wondering, you're probably not, you're probably wondering, why the hell is Josh so unprepared for Albania? Didn't he do some research? Well, I did do research, but I did it in Morocco because I was meant to spend 2 weeks in Morocco. And the day I was going to book my flight, I thought I'll double check entry requirements to get into Morocco. Turns out, COVID's still a big thing there. So, they wanted me to spend £100 on a PCR test. And if you've ever had to do a PCR test in the UK, what a waste of time that is. And also what a waste of money. So I decided, it was actually a friend decided, let's go to Montenegro instead. So I went to Montenegro and I decided to continue my trip on my journey through Albania. So here I am. I don't know the language. I think I did learn how to say thank you though. I believe it's Filamenderi, but it could be wrong. But it's a pleasant surprise actually. You can see over there, there's tunnels going into the mountains. I'm curious to see what the tunnels are for. But the goal is to get to this river because it is so hot. And if I don't see the river, or the river's dried up, maybe I'll die. So, join me as I have a 50-50 chance of dying right now. And if I survive, you'll know because I posted the video online. So, there's no need to fret. If you watch this, I am still alive. At least during this moment. Okay, let's continue as we find this river. I did it. I found the river. Now the issue is the river's like barely 1 foot deep. It's pretty muddy. I want to swim, but it's kind of gross too. So I'm not sure if I should walk further down that direction. Maybe find a little bit of a pool deep enough to swim in, or I go in that direction where the old couple are going. I'll jump in that way. Now, I saw 3 frogs jumping in there, so it's a frog friendly river. No fish as of yet. The question is, how cold is it? Let's dip a toe in. Oh, more people jumping in. It's actually not too bad, it's quite warm. So I think if I can find a little area to dip my whole body in, I think that will be a result. And we'll be swimming with the frogs, baby. So let's go further up this river, downstream as they say in river terms. And let's see if we could jump in somewhere. And you're coming with me. I got the GoPro. You're coming in the water, you're gonna get wet. So put your bathing suits on ready, because we're going in. Let's go. So my confidence has just changed rapidly as I saw a river snake on a rock go into the water. So this spot where I found right here, I am definitely less tempted to go into. I'm also being watched by a bunch of goats right now. Can you see them in the background? So if the snakes don't get me, maybe the goats will. So maybe I will go further down, because I don't know, I am a bit scared of those river snakes, I'll be honest. Okay, so we're gonna go further down. We're gonna see what we see. Okay, there's a cow over there as well. So I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Maybe I will... I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, you're coming with me. I'm gonna do something at least. Do I fight with a cow? Do I fight some goats? Do I cross this river with a chance of getting strangled to death by a river snake? I don't know. Okay, if there is a river snake, I will not be in this water for very long. Okay, still more frogs. I'm not really a fish or a frog person, so already I'm starting to regret my decision of bringing you guys along for the ride. Maybe I'm less keen to get in this frog-infested snake river. Okay, what's the plan? Unless I just lay in this for a little bit. This is the most pathetic search for water you guys have probably ever seen in your whole entire life. But I think it's all we got to go with, so okay. Let's go. So I guess I've committed to it. I'm gonna go swim with the snakes. Yeah, so the cows have left in an opposite direction. They're no threat to me anymore. The goats are also with them. So I think since the cows and the goats have fled, maybe the snakes have too. Okay, this is the most pathetic attempt of being in the water ever. Look how deep it is. So I'm just gonna lay down in this, get wet because it's so hot, then I just get out. This is pathetic. Here we are, swimming with the snakes, baby. It's really warm. Okay, so I did it. I'm wet. I'm also still hot, so I'm considering jumping back in. I don't know, 20 more seconds, cool right down, and then I will walk back to the city center. I will meet my friend at the park. We'll be juggling. Might even play some football with some kids. That's what we did yesterday, so if the kids are out, might play a game. My team won, by the way, 4-3, so looks like you guys are watching a winner here. Yeah, a bit more water, and I'll take you into town. And we can see if we can get some juggling footage on go. How would you guys like to see some juggling? Because I might be able to fulfill your wish. Okay, so I'm going back in. You meet me in the park, and like I said, I'm meeting my friend. There he is, juggling away. So that's the video today here in Elbasan. Hey!